Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 32 from Mirage Studios. This came out August 1990. This one was by Mark Baudet. I hope I pronounced that right. So he did the cover arts, the writing, the penciling, and Kevin Eastman and Eric Talbot did the inking. So this is Egyptian Adventure. I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out what this one's going to be about. So we start off with Molly. She is an archaeologist and a good friend of April, and she was hired by this company to basically oversee this project. And they want to build like some facilities and stuff over the desert, but the government has imposed conditions that they have to protect any ancient buildings and stuff that they come across. So they have to use an archaeologist to make sure that there's nothing historic there. Otherwise, the construction will be ended. And one day, Molly sends a invite to April, invites her over to show up in Egypt as an exclusive reporter on the excavation work. So April, I guess, is a reporter in this issue, despite the fact that she's not a reporter in the main run. But yeah, so she decides to accept because she thinks it's going to be great for her career. And the turtles are kind of like, I don't think it's a good idea. It might be dangerous. It's too hot over there. But she decides to go anyways. So then we cut to Egypt, where the construction manager is acting a bit, he's pissed off at the local workers because they're acting a bit weird. Like they're acting just kind of stupid, and they're not really following his orders and things like that. And that's when April shows up, and Molly kind of shows her around. And the construction manager gets like upset. He's like, you can report, but just don't document anything that's re-uncover, because otherwise they're gonna shut us down, and we don't want that to happen. We want to be able to build our buildings and make money. So then later that night, April's watching as Molly does some belly dancing, when all of a sudden one of the helpers rushes in and says that they found something, and he shows it to Molly and April, and it's like some kind of crest. So Molly and April take a photo of the crest, and they fax it over to the turtles, and they ask the turtles to see if they can find any information on it. So the turtles go down, they find information on it. So yeah, it turns out that the crest referred to this power-hungry prince named Ankaman. I hope I didn't butcher that one. But he wanted to be a pharaoh, but he wasn't able to. So he used like black magic and psychology to enslave people, animate inanimate objects to come to life and follow his orders. Basically, he was able to use black magic and psychology to create slaves out of humans and inanimate objects. And he was going to use those to become a pharaoh, but it never happened. He was never able to become a pharaoh, but he did claim that in the time of the uncovering, I will rule the earth for a million years of death and destruction. So the turtles like freak out. They think, oh no, if April and Molly like uncover this tomb, they're going to unearth him, and this curse is going to come to fruition. So they basically decide to ship themselves over to Egypt by just claiming to be statues, and they basically ship themselves in a box over to Egypt. Meanwhile, one of the helpers comes to April and Molly and says like, hey, we found this this crazy thing here. We want you to show you. So he leads them inside this cave where this creature with the human body in a jackal head, basically Anubis, shows up, and he refers to himself as a jackal, and he captures April and Molly, and he basically explains his plan to be the assistant to the Ankaman and help him create this temple that will allow them to rule over the earth. And you two women are going to be queens for my master. And before April and Molly can escape, he uses a staff to animate some statues, and the statues hold April and Molly hostage. And so yeah, the turtles are able to ship themselves over to Egypt. They attack some Taliban. I don't know. They attack some dudes with guns and take on their outfits and ride some camels out to where the excavation site is. And yeah, while there, they get attacked by one of the helpers who basically is acting weird and kind of zombie-ish. And they knock him out, and then they find this cave, and they go inside, and they find more helpers and a mummy. And of course, they fight off the mummy. And as they fight the mummy, the jackal is talking to Ankaman, and basically says, "Hey, I brought some women to be your queens. Oh, by the way, I'm smelling something there. I think we have intruders." So the jackal goes and he animates more statues and objects to come to life and sets them out to go take on the turtles. And yeah, we get another fight scene with the turtles taking on these statues and mummies. And the turtles, take them out fairly easily. They're able to beat them all and smash them to pieces and things like that. And then that's when the jackal shows up. And the turtles gang up together and they fight the jackal. And they beat the jackal down, and the jackal turns back into a statue. And then they continue exploring the caves when they hear April and Molly, and they show up. And they see April and Molly, and before they can save them, Ankaman shows up. He's like a mummy, and he morphs into this giant steroid mummy. And yeah, we get like another fight scene between the turtles and Ankaman, which leads to the turtles leading Ankaman to the section of the room with these pillars. And Ankaman grabs like a statue and he chucks it at the turtles, but the turtles move and it hits the pillar. And the pillar crashes, and basically the entire cave starts crumbling down on top of everybody. But the turtles are able to make their escape with Molly and April, and only Ankaman gets crushed under all this debris. And yeah, we cut to a day later where April and Molly are doing like an interview, and they're basically explaining how they uncovered this tomb of this evil prince. And unfortunately, the tomb collapsed and we kind of lost everything. But I want to thank Don, Raph, Mike, and Leo for all their help. And yeah, the turtles are watching this news broadcast at home and they're celebrating. And that's how it ends. So yeah, that was just like a nice, cool little fun adventure. I enjoyed this issue better than the previous one. I like when they, like, since this is non-canon, I like when they just go kind of just like crazy with their stories. This one isn't as crazy as the Sky Highway one was. That one was really crazy. But yeah, I just enjoyed this. This reminds me of like something that you would see out of like one of the cartoons. This is like a Saturday morning cartoon issue, like the story. It just reminds me of something like that, like something out of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or maybe some other Saturday morning cartoons. Kind of reminds me a bit of like there was like a Darkwing Duck with Scrooge and stuff like that. A DuckTales episode that dealt with mummies and things. This kind of reminds me a bit of that. It's kind of just like something like that. This is basically like a more childish read, a more childish story. Like this is more kid-friendly and stuff. But there you go. There was issue number 32. Like I said, I liked it. I liked the artwork for this. The artwork and the kind of goofy looking drawings and stuff for certain moments fit. Like yeah, basically I like the artwork here. It works for the story that it's trying to tell. So yeah, there you go. Issue number 32 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out August 1990. Egyptian Adventure. It was a good read. I liked it. This was a nice, good non-canon guest era story. So we'll see how the next one goes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Tell me what you guys think. And hope to see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.